Welcome to Coin Explorer. Imagine holding a simple 2002 United States 5-cent coin between your fingers, a coin that most people would barely notice, yet one that quietly carries layers of history and curiosity within its metal surface. At first glance, it appears ordinary, worn from circulation and shaped by time. But the more you look at it, the more it begins to tell a story beyond its size. This is not just currency. It is a silent witness to countless transactions and everyday exchanges. Every scratch and faded detail hints at where it has been and what it has seen over the years. Coins like this pass through hands unnoticed, yet some hold subtle features collectors find fascinating and worth exploring. What makes this coin interesting is the possibility that something overlooked could make it stand out in a unique way. Today, we take a closer look at this 2002 nickel and what to observe carefully as you examine it. The front of this coin features the profile of Thomas Jefferson facing left with a calm expression that reflects stability and history. His portrait has been part of the nickel for decades, symbolizing continuity in American coinage. Around his image, you will notice "In God We Trust" and "Liberty, 2002" placed with balance along the rim. These inscriptions reflect identity and national values tied to history and tradition. The year 2002 represents a time before major design changes reshaped the coin's appearance. The texture of Jefferson's hair and the fine lines of his face contribute to its character and detail. Even small differences in strike quality can make coins look slightly different from one another. For collectors, these subtle variations often lead to deeper observation and curiosity that grows over time. Turning the coin over, you will see Monticello, a historic structure closely connected to Jefferson's legacy and identity. Above it is E Pluribus Unum, and below are 5 cents and United States of America. The building's columns and dome create a strong and recognizable design that has remained iconic for years. However, circulated coins often show softer details due to wear and continuous use. As the coin moves through daily transactions, its sharper edges slowly fade into smoother lines. Some coins still retain crisp details, while others appear more aged and worn. This natural variation is part of what makes coin collecting engaging and encourages people to look more closely at coins they already own. Coins like this become interesting when small differences are noticed during close inspection. During minting, minor inconsistencies can occur, leading to variations collectors often seek and discuss. These may include alignment shifts, strike differences, or tiny imperfections formed during production. Most coins are nearly identical, but a few carry subtle distinctions that make them worth a second look. These differences are not always obvious and require patience and focus to identify clearly. A careful observer might notice unusual marks or slight changes in lettering or surface texture. While many features are normal, some can stand out enough to attract attention. This is where curiosity begins, turning a simple coin into something meaningful and worth exploring further. Condition plays an important role in how a coin is viewed and appreciated by collectors. A well-preserved coin with clear details often stands out immediately, while heavily circulated ones show visible wear and aging. Both types tell different stories about their journey through time. A clean coin may have been stored carefully for years, while a worn coin likely has passed through many hands and places. Collectors often look for clear lettering and visible design elements when examining coins. At the same time, some appreciate the character that comes with age and use. This balance between preservation and history adds depth to the collecting experience and makes each coin unique in its own way. The mint mark is another detail to observe closely when studying this coin. It appears near Jefferson's portrait and indicates where it was produced. Common marks include P and D, representing different mint locations in the United States. While both mints produce large quantities, collectors sometimes compare them for small differences. These might include slight variations in texture, strike sharpness, or overall appearance. Even when differences are minimal, examining the mint mark adds another layer of interest and connects the coin to its place of origin and production history. Discussions about coin values can sometimes become exaggerated in certain situations and conversations. In extremely rare and highly specific collector scenarios, certain coins have been linked to very high theoretical figures, sometimes even reaching conversations around $48 million, including mentions near $48 million. These situations are exceptionally rare and depend on unique factors like extraordinary condition, unusual minting characteristics, and strong collector demand. For a 2002 nickel, most examples remain common, but the idea of possibility adds intrigue and keeps people interested in examining their coins more closely and carefully. Once released into circulation, a coin begins its journey through everyday life and routine exchanges. It passes through stores, pockets, and hands, collecting marks along the way that reflect its use. Each change becomes part of its identity over time. A coin like this may have been used in countless transactions across different places and environments. These journeys are invisible but leave traces on the surface that tell a silent story. For collectors, imagining this path adds interest and turns a simple object into something meaningful and connected to real experiences. Lighting and angle can reveal hidden details that are not immediately visible at first glance. Tilting the coin under light may highlight textures and fine lines that would otherwise go unnoticed. Some features become more visible, while others fade depending on the angle and lighting conditions. This shows how perspective affects observation and understanding. Even without special tools, careful viewing can reveal surprising details. The more time you spend looking, the more you begin to notice small changes and features that were previously hidden. Design changes over time also shape how coins are perceived and understood by collectors. The 2002 nickel features the classic Monticello design, while later versions introduced updated portraits and styles. Comparing them shows how designs evolve over time. Older designs feel traditional, while newer ones reflect modern artistic approaches. This contrast adds depth and helps collectors understand the progression of coin design across different years. Storage plays a key role in how a coin ages over time. Coins kept in safe conditions tend to retain their original details, while those exposed to the environment may develop marks or discoloration. Factors like humidity, air exposure, and contact with other objects influence their appearance. Proper storage helps preserve condition, but even worn coins carry historical value through their journey and use. Perception is an important part of coin collecting and exploration. What seems ordinary to one person may appear interesting to another. This difference drives collecting communities where people share observations and ideas. A coin like this becomes part of a shared experience, adding value beyond its face amount and creating connections between collectors and enthusiasts. Rarity adds excitement to the process, but true rarity is uncommon and difficult to find. Most coins produced in large numbers remain widely available and easy to access. Still, the possibility of discovering something unusual keeps interest alive. This balance between common and rare makes collecting engaging and enjoyable. It's not just about value, but about exploration and learning through observation. With time and practice, you begin to notice details more quickly and clearly. What once seemed invisible becomes easier to recognize. This improvement comes from observation, patience, and repeated experience. A simple coin becomes a source of learning and discovery. The more you observe, the more it reveals over time and builds your understanding. In the end, this 2002 United States 5-cent coin shows that even ordinary objects can hold depth and meaning beyond their appearance. Whether studying its design or imagining its journey, there's always something to discover and explore. While rare value discussions exist in specific cases, the true value lies in curiosity and observation. It encourages you to look closer, ask questions, and continue exploring the small details that often go unnoticed in everyday life.